As in every new city event, we also launch a book. We would like to call on Ray Asprer, who we invited to be present via Zoom, to present briefly the book that we have just published, and we just received it 2 days ago from the printing press. Ray, thank you very much.
Thank you, Rome. When Rome asked if I could say a few words to present the book, The Incarnation of the Light, I readily agreed, because it meant I would get to read the full text without having to line up to get a copy of the book. The Incarnation of the Light struck me as a perfect title for this book. Light refers to Chiara Lubic's ideal of unity, the charism of unity, which is a light in the darkness of our world. Chiara's intuitions have always been full of light. This is something acknowledged worldwide. However, in the real world, we need concrete instruments to gather this light and harness its power and project its illumination on the many thick shadows that obscure our way. Divine inspirations and mystical intuitions are always a gift to treasure, as in the case of Chiara. These become ever more precious when they can be translated into life, when they can guide institutions and motivate concrete decisions and generate goodness in everyday actions. Now, this has been Father Foresi's unique role beside Chiara Lubic, and that's why he is co-founder of the Focolare movement. He had the ability to extract from the original inspirations of Chiara the practical implications and applications for life in the real world. It's the dimension of incarnation, which is in fact the design for which Father Foresi is known. The Incarnation of Light highlights the 12 points of the spirituality of unity that flow from the prayer of Jesus that all may be one. Father Foresi speaks in very clear terms of these 12 points, always in reference to problems we are facing individually and collectively in society, departing from questions we continuously ask. Does God exist? What's my relationship with Him? What relationship should I have with those around me? Why so much suffering? So it's not an abstract discourse, but rather a conversation that is truly of interest. Father Foresi offers courageous explanations and challenging solutions, firmly rooted in evangelical wisdom, and he is prophetic, showing how social transformation can happen. Underlying his words is a passion to convey profound ideas and a far-reaching vision of universal appeal, which is none other than the genuine Christian vision. But he emphasizes a condition. Everything must be at the service of life. If we do not live what we have studied, if we study things that don't become an expression of life, we can be dead even when we are alive. Sometimes the reading came easy for me. With familiar concepts I readily grasped and a flowing logic that led me to a new understanding of life's complexity and challenges and a new appreciation for the immensity of God's love. And this provoked within me a sense of liberation and release. This was especially in the first part of the book, focused on the spirituality of unity and God love. Sometimes the reading got demanding, touching on highly intellectual and theological categories that I personally could not understand. Such was the case in speaking of the mystery of Jesus forsaken towards the middle sections of the book. Father Foresi here examines the more prominent positions existing on this matter of Jesus forsaken. I may not have grasped it thoroughly, but I somehow realized that there are, in fact, big questions that remain unanswered for today's church, and society. And with this realization, I felt a new resolve deep within to live the ideal of unity with more commitment and more faithfulness, to contribute to live the ideal of unity together with the whole movement towards the development of a more adequate theology, because life precedes doctrine. But always in all sections of the book, Father Foresi patiently explains each of the 12 points in depth. He doesn't stop at the tip of the iceberg, that part which is more evident. He examines also the huge mass that lies beneath the surface. He walks us through each point, citing experiences we can identify with, tracing passages in scriptures to refresh our faith, recalling historical facts and personalities to keep everything well-grounded. And with a clarity of thought that is quite engaging, he helps us discover the profound truth contained in each point, the importance of being aware of it, and the necessary consequence of living it out. In other words, the what, the why, and the how. I am convinced that Father Foresi, through this book, has a message not just for Focolare members, but one which can capture the attention of all readers, because his is the challenge and at the same time the hope of laying the foundations together already here on earth of the home we shall be inhabiting in heaven. Thank you.